It has been over a month since I started working on this Vulkan graphics engine. This video is kind of a documentation on the progress and suffering of graphics programming. There isn't anything too fancy going on just yet, but I feel like sharing my progress from time to time. I am mostly doing this to learn and improve my skills in graphics programming. For the first month, I am mostly working on foundational stuff, and I am excited to see where this goes. The codebase is more of a framework than an engine in the sense that they are include directories that the user needs to include the headers before using the codebase. And the codebase is organized into individual modules. And I think it's a pretty natural way to build abstractions. And as you can see, we already have 3 modules just to render pixels on the screen. So we can use a command line tool called clock to count the lines of code for the source files and header files. And currently the codebase sets at about 10,000 lines of code, but of course, lines of code does not indicate quality or functionality. So the way I am developing my framework is that I have a separate sandbox codebase, and inside the sandbox codebase we have another 2,000 lines of tomfoolery in here, and once I'm happy with the API, I start to move the code from the sandbox into the main codebase. And it's mostly the UI stuff that is experimental. As you can see, we don't even have text rendering just yet. I'm still trying to figure out a custom retain mode UI solution thingy. Well, the easier approach is to slap Dear I'm GUI into the codebase, but I wish to support animated UI sooner or later, so that's why I'm trying to invent my own stuff. Well, at least we have blurred backdrops as the UI window, which I think is pretty nice. So back in the main codebase, the render backend module is mostly the graphics API abstraction. Currently there is only Vulkan as our graphics backend, but I think we could add OpenGL anytime. I'm currently just fleshing out the Vulkan backend. And the render graph is more of a method to organize render passes and manage dependencies. I think the Godot engine also recently implemented a render graph for their Vulkan backend. And finally, the render component is individual graphics algorithms, I guess. And inside here, we can see we have our forward rendering. It's actually just bling fong rendering, nothing fancy. And I guess we can draw a skybox and draw a dual Kawase blur. It's the blur backdrop that you see in the UI window. So yeah, this is my first month of my Vulkan game engine devlog, I guess. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and see ya.